What's up everybody, and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to take a look at this 2024 Mazda CX-30. This one's a turbo all-wheel drive with the Premium Plus package, and this one's about $38,000. So if we go ahead, pop the hood, let's see what's powering this tiny crossover. So if we find the hood latch, so being the turbo, this one gets that Skyactiv 4-cylinder. It's a 2.5 liter, pumping out 250 horsepower with 320 pound-feet of torque on premium fuel. Also has a 6-speed automatic. Now this particular one is finished in deep crystal blue mica. Nice color combination. You can see the LED headlights, nice dark housing, and I like how the chrome trim flows from the grille underneath the headlights. You got gloss black trim throughout the grille, parking sensors, Mazda badge as well. And then there's openings down here for more cooling with active grille shutters. We got the plastic material for the lower bumper along with LED lights. Pretty sporty looking. It's got a cool little design up front, sharp lines on the front of the bumper fading into that hood, and just a very smooth hood overall. At the side profile, that plastic from the front makes its way into these front fenders, and then you have a nice set of 18-inch wheels. Multi-spoke design, very smooth body lines throughout the side profile, and then more of that plastic cladding. We got gloss black mirror caps along with integrated turn signal, chrome trim, all the black surrounding the windows, and then body color door handles. We got the sunroof up on top with your roof rails, shark fin antenna. And then for the overall side profile, it's a compact crossover, has cool look to it, nice sporty vibe with the sloping rear end. And then all the way in back, we have a gloss black integrated spoiler with your third brake light. You can also see the LED taillights, nice and aggressive looking, and then more of that plastic material throughout the rear bumper. Dual exhaust. You also have parking sensors throughout, some aluminum trim, all of your badging, Mazda badge right in the center, and overall it comes together pretty well. Now we have the button right above the license plate. You're able to go ahead and open that up. And for the storage space, pretty good size in here with these seats up. It's actually a pretty squared off area, which is nice to see. From here, you are able to pop these buttons and lower these seats to really increase the amount of space this car has. So nice to see, that's an easy reach. And then we have the button up here. There's a spare tire and a sub underneath the floor. And then opening this up, you can see all that storage with these seats folded down. Lifting them up, this interior has black, brown, and white. You got some black on the door panel, brown on your armrest, and then the white leather seats. Now you can also see in the center, we do get some amenities, armrests as well as cup holders, and then your vents up in front. Now hopping in, we go ahead and close that seat up. Now the rear space is misleading because this is way slid up. With the seat at my height, it is right up against my knees. So this is a compact for sure. I'm 5'11". This is not a family crossover whatsoever. So a little small back here. The seats feel a little on the small side. It's decent if you have people in here in a pinch, maybe a small kid or something, but at least you have the space. Now going into the front seat now, you can see all the same materials throughout the door panel, all of your controls and everything you would expect. This has power controls for the driver's seat, manual for the passenger, and then you can see the perforations throughout this white leather. So let's hop inside. Foot on the brake, start it up. One thing I don't like, with the seatbelt off, you get the annoying chime for a very long time. So that is one thing that is a little annoying. Basically, you just got to be putting your seatbelt on first in this car. So you have an LCD screen for the gauge cluster right in the center, tack on the left, some vitals over here. Your cruise control will pop up in that center screen when that is activated. There are steering wheel mounted paddle shifters. All your cruise control settings are on the right, Bluetooth and audio on the left side, and then you can see the stock over here, windshield wipers, turn signal on the left with headlights. Automatic high beam is over here, and underneath the dash, these little vents right here are actually air vents. When I crank up the fan speed, you will feel air coming through these, which is a cool touch on those summer days. Basically, you can get cold air into your legs. Now you have memory seating over here. You have one of the off-road settings, and then you have your view icon for the cameras you can easily adjust. Got a few more controls, one of your air vents, the brown material going across the dashboard with the stitching. It's a nice look to it. Very simplistic interior. And then the screen up here, it's not touchscreen or anything, so you have to use the rotary dial down below. It's not the most user-friendly, like changing radio stations and things like that. Not really the biggest fan. It does give you the information you need, so really everything you're gonna want in a car, I guess. It's just not the easiest thing to use. Going into reverse, you got your backup camera, of course, top-down view. Now you can see that front view. And then down below all that, we have climate controls. So once again, very simple interior, just your basic controls here, heated seats and steering wheel, some aluminum color on this plastic trim. Wireless phone charging, cup holders, and then you have a sport mode as well. You can toggle that on and off. Park and brake and electronic hold, and then you can see the volume. More of this brown and stitching, and I like you can slide this forwards and back to gain a little bit of access, but then you can also slide it open and you have quite a lot of space in here. Over on the glove box, nice amount of space as you'd expect, and then the passenger air vents. One last look at the interior, sporty interior, nothing really all too new, however, it's a nice place to be, feels pretty solid in here. Nice look at all the colors, got that sunroof up on top, we got your sunglass holder as well, dome lights, and then garage door buttons. All right, setting off now in the CX-30, stepping on it a little bit. Not too bad from the little turbo engine. It's got enough pep on its step to get up to speed quickly enough. So nice to see, at least it's well powered. This 6-speed also pretty smooth power delivery. Gear changes are smooth as well. So I like that this has a properly powered engine and a nice transmission to where it feels pretty solid to drive. Some normal things, you know, you have a really good view out the windshield, same with all the mirrors. Over your right shoulder, you can tell it's a short car. I mean, the back of the car is literally like right there. Now, this is a smaller car, like we've already seen with the back seats. At 5'11", I do feel a little tall for this car, quite honestly. I can't really get the seat in a perfect position. I feel like, you know, if I go too low, the seat just feels too flat, and I can't get the base to sit more at an angle. So I don't fit the best in here. It's fine, it's all right for most people, I'm sure. However, I just want to be more like sunken into the seat. So it's all right if you're a little bit tall, maybe above 6 feet. This probably might be too small of a car for you. Now, some normal driving, this does feel very solid. I like it's quiet in here. You don't really hear wind noise or road noise. Taking turns, you know, the steering and stability is pretty planted. I've noticed Mazda's build pretty solid feeling cars, and I like the drive. It is very comfortable in here. While I can't get the seat in the best position, the materials, like the padding, is actually nice. So it's got nice seat materials to it. Armrests are in a great place. I mean, you definitely have some nice creature comforts to feel like you're in a nice car. It is super simple. You know, Mazdas are not the cars if you want all the tech. I mean, this is straight out of a car 10, 15 years ago. The screen, I think there might be some touchscreen setting. I've heard people comment, but I'm not really looking too far into it. So you just gotta basically not have touchscreen. So I don't like that much. I would rather be touchscreen and sitting closer just because it's a really far reach. So again, super simple. It does have Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. So honestly, if you have the CarPlay up, pretty much gonna leave it on that forever. So not bad, you know, it gives you what you need, nothing more, nothing less. While this is a digital screen, pretty much just has your cruise control, and that's about it. So again, it's very simple in here, but it does feel like a nice place to be. It feels solid, the build quality feels pretty good. Brakes are adequate. Now, the drive modes aren't really gonna blow your socks off. You do have the sport mode button. It hardly really changes anything. Maybe throttle response is just slightly better, so nothing too crazy on that. Hitting those big bumps, again, it's a solid feeling car. I mean, it takes bumps well. Nothing's rattling, nothing feels cheap. The doors are solid when you close them. So I like how it does feel like a pretty solid little car for sub 40 grand, which in today's market, that's pretty darn affordable. I know the average price of a new car is in the 40s, so this is well below that, and you get a lot of nice features. Another cool thing with the air on, there's actually vents underneath the steering column that will blow cool air on your legs, which is a really cool touch. I've noticed that in other Mazdas. So I feel like if you're looking for just a good city crossover, maybe just 2 people are gonna be in it, this is a good all-around car. You got enough storage for items in the back, and if you need to fit a friend or 2 in the back, you could do that. So it seems like it gives you quite a lot for the money in a small package.